Hello and good morning, everyone. This is Unique Nails by Rubia. This morning I am going to try something that I have been so excited about. I'm gonna remove my little sign here now that everybody knows who I am. Now I have been wanting to learn how to do French for 10 years. I could never get the hang of it no matter what I did and no matter how hard I tried. And then one day on Instagram, I saw these dual forms and I looked everywhere for them until I finally found them on AliExpress. And this is how they come. This is the reverse French dual form. I was kind of disappointed that they came like that. I thought I was going to get them in a case, but I digress. So I think I got one, two, three, four, five of them because um I already picked off one. But I wanted you to see the entire thing so that we could do this from the beginning. So we're gonna start with this. I've done all my prep work, so we don't need to worry about doing that on the camera. It is kind of boring. In order to be able to do my custom content without the bother of how to take them off, I'm going to be using my Peel It Off base coat. Like I said, guys, I don't do links because some of my stuff, I've had it for a while. I can tell you where I got it from. Doesn't hurt to search a little bit. So that's going to be up to you guys to kind of do your research. But if I can, I will try my best to be able to tell you where I got it from. So moving on. So now the first thing I want to do before I do anything is to put my Peel It Off base coat on. And the reason for that is because this is going to help me to pop these off when I'm done so that I don't have to go put my nails through any unneeded torture. Just make sure that you get all the crevices and corners and everything. That is very important. Now, if you want, you can also put a thin layer of any material you like, whether it's acrylic or polygel, um, or hard gel or soft gel, whatever you're using, you can uh, put a thin coat of that on. That will help protect your nail. But because I'm using this, I'm not going to do any of that today. And basically, that's all you want to do. You just want to make sure that you can cover the entire nail, all the little crevices and everything. Make sure that you get all that. You don't need a whole lot of it. It's just like if you were putting on anything else, top coat, base coat, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a whole lot of it. So while I got my hand in the lamp, I'm going to be using um, pink and white traditional colors for French. Almost forgot what I was trying to say. So I got these in a kit that came with, let's see, I had clear white and pink. They gave me a little brush to go with it. They gave me the slip solution to go with it. And I got it from Temu. Um, and I was surprised. It came in like 3 days. So I was surprised at that. So I figured that that would be the best thing to use so that I could get. Actually, I want a clear tip. So we're going to use pink and clear. Okay, so now that I got that on there, I know that you guys may have seen other people do this. I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer. because I don't want them to pop off instantly. And wiping off the tacky layer will keep them on until I'm ready for them to come off. So I'm just wiping the tacky layer off. There. Okay, so let's take a look at these. The first thing that really kind of confused me was the sizing. I'm going to take off a 5. Now, I have been watching and trying to figure out how to do this sizing, and it is kind of strange because you need to keep this straight. You don't put your finger down in it because that's the raised part where you can do where the French starts. So I'm going to go by how they did it in the video. I think the 5 is just a little big. So I'm going to go with, and these are not numbered correctly. Like they've got 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then it's so, okay. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to see if a 4 will do it. And the 4 is too big too. 4 is way too big. So instead of doing, let's see, what did I do? I have 5 and the 4. Even the 3 looks too big. Let's try, I see the 6 is too tiny. So let's try the 3. Sizes are kind of strange. Okay, it's just getting bigger. So I'm going to go back to 5. It just looks too big to me. See, I don't know. This is what I'm going to try to see if I can go focus it. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see, but see how it's, let me turn it to the side. I'm not sure how this is supposed to go. Is it supposed to be raised up like that? Or is it supposed to come down like that? That was my dilemma when I first did these. So, I don't like that. So I'm going to go smaller. So now let's try. This is really strange. We know these are too big. I don't know which way to go. Let's try 6. Okay, so this seems to be what I need. Let me see if I can. I'm not good with the camera, so give me a second. There we go. Okay. So it has enough room. It's sidewall to sidewall, and it's raised just a little bit so that it can fit. So I'm gonna go with the 6. We're gonna try this out. So I'm gonna move this real quick. Okay, so I found my size. So I'm gonna get my pink. Look, I like that. It's a nice subtle pink. I like that. That's very pretty. Okay, so let me just get all my little stuff here. No, I'm not prepared. I never am. We're gonna move out a little bit so that we can see exactly what it is I am doing here. Let me just pour it came with slip solution. I usually use alcohol, but I feel like, I don't know, they sent it, so I'm going to use it. Okay. So here's how, this is the part that I'm not sure about. If you fill too much, it's going to ooze all over the place. But if you don't fill it enough, it's not going to look right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a real thin coat of this. And I'm going to put it right in there. Now, from what I heard, you can take a small amount, flash cure it, and keep putting it in there until you get what you need. Uh, so, I don't know. But we're going to do the best we can with this and see what happens. So I'm just going to put that in there. I think I put a little too much, so I'm going to scoop out just a little bit of it. I want the cuticle area to be thin. So, okay. So I've done that. Now I was told that you could take flash cure. That's what I'm going to do. Pray that this works. Okay. So I did a flash cure. So now I'm going to take my second color, which is not going to be a color. It's going to be clear because I have a plan, if this works, that I'm going to put glitter on the top. So let's hope that that works. So I'm going to take my clear. And I'm going to start at the top where I wanted it. And I'm going to just take it and I'm going to go all the way down over the top of what I already put in there. Okay, now this is where I'm scared. So I did what I needed to do in there. Okay, now I'm going to put this on. I'm going to use one of my little friends here. I'm going to use my clip to make sure that this is on right. And I think I did okay. I think I did okay, guys. I think I did. I'm going to make sure that I have this where I want it. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to put this in the lamp. And I really hope that this works because I'm so excited to be able to do French. And I have wanted to do it for such a long time. So I'm really hoping that we can get this done. If anybody has any tips about these, if you've already used them, I haven't seen any videos. I have not seen any videos except, well, let me rephrase that. I haven't seen any videos on YouTube. I've seen it on Instagram and I haven't seen it on TikTok as of yet. So I'm not going to get my hopes up that I'm doing this right because, like I said, the videos are real short and I had to watch them like 1,000 times to make sure that I was going to get this right. So I really want to make sure that it's ready to go before I pop the the dual form off. And I tried this with polygel and it was a mess. Um, the only way that I was able to do it with the polygel was to do it by a sandwich technique, which worked out perfectly. And I think I will do that in another video. And it's almost ready. I just really want to make sure I don't want to mess it up. I'm excited though. And getting the right size is crucial because if not, it will not look right. Okay, so here we go. I want to take a look. Looks pretty good. All right. Wow. Okay, it did work. So now I'm just gonna put this back in here because I want it to be really dry. It does look a little. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, see, I wasn't prepared. I didn't think it was gonna work, so I didn't have my glitter out. Okay. Because I really don't want it to be uh, soft. You want it to dry really, really well. Otherwise, it's going to be soft and it'll bend and it'll do all kinds of funny things, and you don't want that. So, I really like it. It really did come out the right way. The back of it is like perfect. There's no. I like that. I like the way that came out. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going with this. Yay! Whoops, wrong one. And I do apologize if you see me go off camera. It's because I'm not used to doing this alone, and I have to get used to the direction of where I need to be when I'm playing with this camera. So just bear with me. As I do this, my videos will turn out better and better. I do plan on getting all angles, so that means I'm going to have 2 or 3 cameras. Instead of it pointing straight down, I'm going to be able to switch angles back and forth, and I'm excited about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of this clear, and I'm just going to move it around here because I want to put my glitter in there. Okay. I'm going to dump some out only because I don't want my gel to be inside of that. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna do this way. I think I need to zoom in. I want you guys to be able to see. There it is. And we'll go perfect. Okay. So I'm kind of happy with the way this turned out. And we're just gonna do that. Okay. Gonna wipe that off. Gonna clean my brush here just for a little bit. Doesn't seem clear to me. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I want to make sure that my sides are clean, so I'm just going to go with the wet brush, and I'm just going to clean it up. I want to try to keep this as clean as possible. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, there we go. And I have a screen right in front of me so that I don't do that. And I did it anyway. I just deliberately went off camera. I'm gonna dry that really quick so that my glitter doesn't move while I'm doing it. Kind of move this out of the way so that I have enough room here. My workspace, I have a very big desk, but my actual workspace is very, very tiny because I have a Cricut machine up here and all the stuff that I use every day for my custom content. So um, it's hard to function sometimes. Okay, so now I'm just going in and I am filling this in. You want to make sure that it is, of course, lined up with your French there. I think I need a little bit more. I'm going to put some more on the top. I really like how this is coming out. I'm not worried if I have too much because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to file that really good anyway. So let me clean my brush real quick. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is just make sure that I didn't overflow the sides. Okay. And I really like that. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm really excited because this is my first time doing this on video. And I was so afraid that I wasn't going to do it right. The video wasn't going to come out good. But my videos are not really tutorials. It's just showing you the new things that I'm learning. If you learn from it, that's wonderful. I'm very happy about that. But in no way am I telling you this is how it should be. Excuse me. I'm just trying to show my learning experiences, share my learning experiences with others. And this is one of the things that I'm so happy I was able to get on video. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so I'm really happy that this came out the way it did. So now what I'm going to do, we've got to wipe it off. I always forget that these have to be wiped off. So now I'm going to make sure now before I go ahead and file this, I'm going to go in and fix the bottom. It's got it doesn't look, it's got like a little thing there. So I'm going to fix it before I start to file. Put the wrong cap on the wrong one, so I'm going to fix it. I'm just going to take a tiny bit. Okay. And I'm just going to go in where my cuticle is. And I'm going to fix that. I'm going to try to go over here. Sorry, guys, I did it again. So I just wanted to go in and fix the cuticle area. It looked a little naked. And I wanted to make sure that it was fixed so that it's not. Okay. All right. So again, all I did was go in and fix that area. I want to make sure that it is nice and smooth, that there's no, that it's not on the skin at all. But it was a little bare, so I went in and kind of fixed that. Okay, we're going to go in and do that. Now, here comes the best part. I know you guys may think, huh? Well, excuse me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to file this all down and make it nice and smooth so that it looks perfect. So I think what I'm going to do, for sake of not sitting here, and I'm going to use this. So I'm going to use my smooth barrel so that we can smooth this out kind of quick and we don't have to sit here and. Okay, so I'm just going to close everything up so that I've got some room here. I apologize. I can't wait until I have bigger space. Hopefully, I will be able to solve this problem in a few days because it's just too small. Okay. So I'm going to put my barrel on. I almost forgot that I have to wipe it to get the sticky layer off. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited to see the finished product of this because I've never gotten this far before. So all I'm going to do is okay, so now what I'm going to do, I don't want to do all of it because I just noticed that I'm going to have to shape this a little bit. I mean, shaping is very important because you got to be able to do that and make it look nice. So now I have to make sure that my sides are straight and all that good stuff. You want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. You want to make sure that you've got everything where you want it. I am really hoping that this turns out the way I want it. I always have trouble with shaping. No matter what I do, most of the time my nails never come out the way I want them to. So I'm really um, wanting this to come out nice. In order to do a full set, you got to practice on one finger first, which is what I always do. I always practice on one finger first before I go ahead and do the rest. And the other thing is when you get proud of what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you go to look at your non dominant hand and you go, oh no. And you don't want to do it on there. But sometimes you got to make a little sacrifice. And I think I did okay. I really do. I think I did okay. I'm excited to see the finished product. I like to feel along the sides and the top to make sure that I'm getting everything. I'm really nervous about this top. Also, I didn't want these too long. So, uh, we'll see. All right. Now I'm looking at this and I see that I don't have it straight here. So I'm just gonna towards the back. And I think it's okay. I'm gonna wipe it down and let's take a look. I think it's okay. I think it's good. I really honestly do think that I need a little bit more along the edges, like along here, because it looks like it is not, uh, like it's not too good. So let's try that. This is the hardest part of doing this, but I think using the gel is better than using um, poly gel. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in again. And this is just, I'm just filling it in because I feel like I should have put more. Okay. And I think I did pretty good. I don't want to make this too lumpy or too thick to file. So I'm trying my best to, I think I'm going to take some away from here and try to put it down in here somewhere because that looks a little thin. This is the hardest thing right here because you don't want to get it on your skin and you don't want to get it, you don't want to put too much. You don't want to put too little. So you got to be careful. And I'm trying my best to push it back in there. There it goes. Okay, that's how I want it. That's why I like working with gel. Okay. So all I did was fill that in a little bit because I wanted it to be nice and full. So I'm just going to let that clean my brush. I try to keep my tools clean. I've thrown away a lot of brushes. So. And again, the best thing, make sure that they are really, really hardened when you do this because the bottom is so thick that you can leave it goopy inside, and that can cause infection. So make sure that you're putting them in the lamp for at least 2 minutes. Even after you're completely done, put them in the lamp again, put them in the lamp again. Got to make sure that these are dry. So I'm just wiping this off. Okay, so now I'm going to have to do a little bit more filing, which isn't too bad. Just going to smooth out what I just did. Now, if you feel like you can get it straightened out with your drill, then that's fine too. I am not a drill person when it comes to getting close to my skin. I'd rather just file. Okay. Think I did it. Think I did it. I kind of like that. I think it's okay. The shape of my nail is kind of weird. So it feels like there's a lump there, but it really isn't. I'm going to take this. I was trying to not do this, but I kind of have to. I'm just going around the cuticle. Okay. I think it's okay. And this is the hard. That's the hardest part. Is just making sure that you've got everything nice and clean there. And I'm just gonna give it another wipe. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and put my clear coat on it. I really think it came out nice. Like I said, my nail is kind of shaped funny. It's indented right here. So I'm going to try to fix that when we put our clear on. Because this really takes the shape of your nail. That's okay then. Now again, you can top coat this with anything you want to. I just feel comfortable using this because if there's any dents or crevices or anything, I can get rid of it with this. Wow, look at that. I did a French. I am super proud of myself right now because this is the closest that I've ever come to doing a French. I'm going to hold that upside down only because I want it to smooth out. And it did. Look at that. Look at that. Look, 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 look. I do like it. I think I did a really good job on that. And I'm going to stop my tutorial there. I was going to try to do all 5. I'm not confident yet. But I wanted you guys to see this reverse French mold, dual form, whatever you want to call it. But if you get these, please upload your videos. I want to be able to see them. Any kind of, advice that you have on doing these, because they are not for the weak. If you're like me and you have a lot of trouble doing French, and you want to try these, please do. They are so much fun. I really like the way mine came out. I'm going to look at that, but I have to get the sticky stuff off. So now what I'm going to do, now that I've got it all cleaned up, I'm going to buff it again. But yeah, if anybody has gotten these and you're really good at it, please upload your videos. I would really love to see them. Feel free to like, comment, dislike, however you feel about today's video. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to look at it and to tell me that, hey, it's too big, it's too wide, it's whatever. I am not perfect at this, that I do admit, but I do try, and that's the reason why I upload these videos for people who are new at things, people who just want to see how it's done, want to see how other people do it. This is my reason why I do these videos. I just like to show what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to top coat this baby and see what we got. Another thing I want to let you guys know, if you don't already, I do not really use top coat. I use UV resin because I feel like it has a better durability to it. I've been using UV resin for 10 years and I absolutely love it. To me, there is nothing better. And that is just an opinion. I'm not saying, go out and buy UV resin. I'm just saying that that is what I use. And I really, really have fun when I use it. I also use it to do my aquarium nails, and it's perfect. Look at that shine. I love it. I love it. Oops, there it goes. It's coming off the camera again, but look at that shine. All right, we're going to put that in there. And I am done for today. Now, what I'm going to do again, guys, I'm going to practice, practice, practice. Because I would love to do a full set of these and show you how they come out. But I want to thank everyone for watching Unique Nails by Rubia. You can also find me on Etsy. My link to my Etsy shop is in my profile, so please take a look. I have lots of unique aquarium sets available. I also do custom sets, so if you have something that you would like to see me do, I would love to see it. I am also on TikTok and Instagram. Those links are also in my profile. Look at that. Look at how that came out. I am super, super proud of myself for doing this. I'm gonna keep practicing. I really do like it though. Um, that's really nice. I like that. So okay, this was my little adventure on the reverse dual form. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.